System that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My
wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from Santa Clara. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going in.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they picked up the first down. But I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Yannick Ngakoue.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Throwing now is Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offensive. Try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A first down throw for Mariota, eluding the pressure right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. That was a lightning fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll come out in the pistol.
They'll run with Mostert.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One more time with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Fourth down, Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Mariota flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's third and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show
touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Steps away to his left.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll make it a second down.
And Lance now to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Lance now on first down.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Lance looking to throw it.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mariota.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st down, Lance.
Flood, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
from the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert.
As time expires in the first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gold with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Mariota.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Throwing is Mariota. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that
and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Eric Armstead. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. from the shotgun. It's Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hardship 33.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Sets up the 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Completes it to Samuel.
And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I have to tell you, just one keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On second down, Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
And the Raiders have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. It has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Again, it's Sermon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners